Oh, hey, what's up? Okay, so we're going to do just a random card pull. I'm running short on time this morning, and we're going to just check in and see what the universe has to say today. So we've got all of our planets in direct motion, which means things are popping off. Maybe you're still feeling a little confused, but we've got things rolling forward. Continue to take the steps. So I guess this reading is going to be about what can you do? What steps can you take to help support yourself moving forward now that things are all systems go, right? Ooh. Okay, start off this reading. We've got the Three of Swords. It's heartbreak. Maybe there's some emotions that are coming up for you that are really hard to process. And Spirit's saying, you know what? Before you move forward, you have to deal with the heartbreak and this kind of muck at the bottom of the pond, the bottom of your soul, the bottom of your heart that is coming up for you. That is first and foremost, you got to deal with the ish and the things that feel icky. So cry, grieve, yell it out, right? And then set a timer, 10 minutes, have your grief moment, and then move on. So deal with what broke your heart. Deal with what broke your heart. Deal with what you're still letting go of. Because it's not always like, oh, we're going to just jump into this brand new thing. That's not how shifts work, right? And I just did this video on our new timelines if you're feeling stuck and confused and frustrated. So check that out. It's on YouTube and all my socials. So we got to deal with some of the lingering things because it's not just a clean break. There's a little bit of lag time in between. We are feeling stuck out in the cold. Maybe you're feeling lost. Maybe you're feeling like you have some kind of financial lack, right? Five of Pentacles is a serious financial lack. Maybe you're heartbroken over some of the things that have caused you and put you in either a victim mindset or caused some financial lack. So as you are creating this new timeline, what wounds do you have? Your wounds, your traumas, your spaces of grief and hurt are actually portals for transformation. You hold the keys in these loops and patterns and cycles and behaviors and traumas, or these hurts. Those are keys, and those tell you what to focus on so you can do the work to move forward, right? So there's some kind of lack, there's some kind of financial inconsistency, feeling left out in the cold, feeling thrown out on the street. So, kind of hard reading at first, but you know what? Like, we like to be blunt with things. All right. There's a need, the Six of Cups here. There's a need to revisit something. So you might need or might find yourself reminiscing. You might find yourself needing to, anytime we shoot an arrow, right, we pull it back before it shoots forward. So you might need to check in with yourself and be like, are there any old childhood issues, inner child issues, family issues, even like old loves either resurfacing for a second go around. Feel it out, right? Because maybe it caused you heartbreak at first. Maybe it had you feeling kind of left out in the cold, but maybe now they're back. Maybe you're ready to have some kind of conversation. Maybe you both have transformed a little bit and put yourself in situations where you can hear each other and you're going to revisit that. So there's something to review, but this is like, this guy's like, little one, I found you. I'm revisiting you. And in doing so, it's going to fill your cup of life all the way up. So there's something that needs to be revisited, before you move forward. So let's see what's next. So tell me in the comments, how is this new timeline treating you? What do you hope to build? Let's see. New. Yes. Okay. All right. 2 cards. All right. So we got the Six of Pentacles. which is balancing out our tangible efforts, our tangible finances, right? Making sure that things are balanced. So to me, this is, just intuitively, like pentacles are our health, wealth, finances, job, stability, safety, home, all of that kind of stuff, family. And this is like a reminder to balance out your resources. So here we have, a lack. We have a lack. And here we've got, okay, we need to revisit something so that something can balance out, so where, and this is just popping up for me, even though it's pentacles, we're talking about love too. We're talking about matters of the heart. And this necessarily isn't a love reading, but it's kind of going that way. We'll see. But this is talking about, hey, like, where are you out of balance? Where are your resources out of balance? Where's your energy out of balance? Where are you giving to the point where you need to also fill your cup too? So this might say things are moving into balance. Maybe your finances are balancing out. Maybe by revisiting things a little bit, your relationship, your heart is balancing out. Maybe this is you learning how to receive. Hold your hand out and say, you know what? I'm not going to push. I'm not going to force. I'm not going to chase. I know my energy. I'm standing strong in my vibration and I'm attracting, baby. I'm balancing out. And in turn, we know that heart, that love, and a lot of times financial stability are often connected. So perhaps there's a balancing out of both of these spaces. We also got the Empress in reverse. And the Empress in reverse, she's the divine mother. She's the birther. She's the nurturer. And this is the time. This is the maiden, springtime, abundance, right? So like, what are you manifesting? What do you want to bring into fruition? She's in the reverse position. So you're not connected to either your believing in your ability to birth. Maybe you're not clear on the direction that you want to take. Maybe you are feeling friction around the how, right? I'm at point A. I want to get to point B, but I don't know how to do it, right? There's a little bit of disconnect with the birthing. So let's get some clarification. We have Two of Cups in reverse here. So some of the clarification here is there's something, again, out of balance. So Two of Cups is either you've got decisions that you're not making, right? Or you're out of balance as far as like your heart's out of balance, right? So maybe again, this is the receiving, the giving. Maybe because this is the Two of Cups, and a lot of times it's like a love card, right? Maybe you need to bring into union the masculine and feminine within yourself. Maybe for a long time you've been operating out of trauma response, hyper independence or something like that, right? And very, very masculine. And, with this Empress in reverse, she's saying like, hey, bring the feminine back in. So maybe this card is saying you need to bring that feminine aspect of nurturing, creativity, softness, juiciness back in, the ability to receive in order to balance this out. Now, we also see this lion angel here. And, in the major arcana, the lion is the strength card. And for me, that's like patience and flow, not force. Again, speaking to those masculine, feminine qualities, because that forcing, that penetrative action is more that masculine energy, right? And it's in the reverse position here. So perhaps that's what we're embodying more. And we really need to find our feminine flow. All right. We really need to drop into that. So Spirit, let's get some clarification on how we can, thank you, balance out our feminine flow. Okay. So the first one that we get here is our Page of Swords in reverse. And in the upright, this is bringing some kind of communication of truth, but it's in the reverse position. So either you're not speaking your truth, you're holding back. Maybe you're not telling people what you actually want or need. Maybe you're not asking for help. Maybe you're not telling people or setting boundaries. Be like, listen, this isn't working for me. I need space and time because I need to pour into my own cup, right? I need to come back into balance with myself. I need to embody some feminine energy to create, to really find my truth within, right? So this may be the need to communicate your truth and what you need or what you're thinking. or this is fast forward motion of truth coming in and receiving that. So whoop, whoop, you can have your 10 of Pentacles. So 10 of Pentacles is on the table. This is a true wish fulfillment. This is feeling stable. This is feeling secure. This is feeling abundant. There is no lack mentality here, right? This is being able to pay your bills on time. This is being able to not have to worry about going out to dinner. If a friend calls, hey, you want to go out to dinner? Like, well, I can't do it. I'm stretched to the max. So this is all about having that safety, that security, that health, that wealth checked off. And what Spirit is saying here is, first of all, we got to call ourselves out. Where are we grieving? Where are we feeling left out in the cold? Where do we have that victim mentality around lack of love, lack of money, lack of safety, lack of security? There's a need to revisit something in our life. Maybe it's an inner childhood wound that contributed to that. Or perhaps there's some reemergence of a love or something that creatively fills our cup of life. We need to bring it back into balance. We're out of touch with our feminine ability to birth and create and be in our soft era. And we need to bring it back into balance. We need to make some hard decisions here, finding that flow versus force to make that Empress pop off. So communicate, set your boundaries, speak your truth, and more importantly, be open to receive communication, receive ideas, receive inspiration from Spirit. And guess what? When you listen to the quiet whispers of Spirit and make those decisions from the heart, right? Open to flow and really tap into that creative, juicy force, you get your 10 of Pentacles. Yep. Okay. Yay. So this is your reading today. Sending you lots of love and blessings. Please like and subscribe to support my channel if you like my goofy personality and like the messages that I am sharing with you. And it helps me also to tap into who I'm reading for to give you better and more accurate readings. All right, friends, wishing you lots of love and blessings. Take care.